What up, you nerds? Fallout here, and somebody in my community recommended I check out a video by fellow content creator AZTECROSS about Destiny 2, Bungie, and Marathon. So I did, and here's how it went. Got some personal news on the job front. I do remember reading that DMG tweet.
The job front, in the coming weeks, I'll be transitioning to a different position within Bungie. I'll still be dedicated to Destiny 2, but with a new different...
I like DMG a lot. I think he works hard. Interesting.
Community
Okay.
and
Hiring more community people.
Keep an eye out and feel free to ask questions. Can't answer them all, but happy to give context when possible. Join the star side, as they say. Cheers.
Bet.
Congrats, DMG.
Congrats,
DMG works his ass off.
He does.
No. He works his ass off. He's
really
in tune
does.
with the community, man. And DMG just handles things really, really well, man. If make me part of the community team, I'll be real about things.
I'll be real about things? What the hell does that mean?
Bless, that would be catastrophic. That would be catastrophic.
That's a joke, right? About being like, I'll be so real with the community. Dude, I talk to so many people. This is such a dumb rant. Do you have a friend who's like that guy? You tell him some random story about like, I was at the movie theater and somebody cut in front of me in line. And then your friend goes, oh man, if that was me, I would have walked right up, bumped his chest. Had that been me guy? I'm sure Les is just kind of trolling right now, but I have genuinely talked to people who are like,
dude, if I was the fucking communication manager at Bungie, I'd keep it so real.
You do not have free reign to write whatever you want to write in the twid. You're like, I want to write in the twid about the cheating going on in D2 and what we're going to try to do. Okay, well, that's not what you're approved to write about in the twid this week, but I want to write about cheating and DDoSing. No, well, too fucking bad. You're writing about Guardian games, bitch, so sit down. Write something stupid about Titans winning. But real quick, I need to warn you that something important is coming. Mother's Day is next week. Kidding, it's not until May, but if you freaked out, that just proves that you don't know when it is. Is there anything worse than dropping the ball on Mother's Day? Answer, no, because you're gonna hear about it forever. You know what your mom probably listens to all day? Bunch of this. You know what she should listen to? Whatever she wants. And now she can with either the Raycon Everyday Earbuds or the Raycon Everyday Headphones. They're the perfect gift for mom, whether she's busy at work, hitting the gym, or taking one of her many phone calls that she, for whatever reason, puts on speakerphone. Give your mom the gift of premium audio quality that goes wherever she does. I like using my Raycons most when I'm cooking at home, but now that the weather's getting warmer, I'm gonna take these bad boys out on walks. Yeah, I said walks. I don't jog. Jogging is the devil. Their latest model has a 40-hour battery life and a comfortable ergonomic design that she'll love to wear all day long. Raycons start at just half the price of other premium audio brands with similar features. Also, they've got an active noise cancellation feature, so mom won't hear this, only this. Why do dads always get the cool tech gifts? Screw that noise. Get mom hooked up. Click my link in the video description or go to buyraycon.com/fallout20 to get 20% off your order site-wide. Brought to you by Raycon. All right, now where were we?
Seems like Bungie is moving on with Marathon as the main child and leaving Destiny behind if Marathon is successful.
How many times are we going to read a comment like this? Is it like the new favorite child? I mean, probably. Like when you have a new project coming out, you're obviously going to be very excited and very hype about that new game and that new project. Destiny is the game that makes all the money. They're not going to wave goodbye and leave the kid behind in the cereal aisle like my parents did with me so many times. You can have a gaming studio with multiple IPs. Riot Games, they got League of Legends and they got Valorant. When they announced Valorant, did they wave goodbye and leave League of Legends behind in a cornfield, never to be seen again? No.
Destiny community, do you feel like you're being abandoned? Let's just look at the track record, all right? Did Bungie abandon the Halo community?
It wasn't the story like Bungie wanted to do more than just Halo, and Microsoft was like, okay, bet, you make like, what was it? You make like ODST and you make Reach, and then we take Halo and you go and do whatever you want. I can't really remember the full details of that split.
Kind of, but they didn't do it voluntarily. They kind of wanted to, but they told us they were going to.
They kind of wanted to.
Technically speaking, though, it's different this time. Couple ways this can go. If Marathon rolls out and it flops, and I mean, I'm talking like Concord level flop, and
that would be bad.
It doesn't sell.
That would be
Nobody
bad.
wants to play it. It ends up being shite. Every metric across the board, the game is terrible.
Right.
I'm concerned about Bungie. I think at that point,
100%.
Marathon could drag the whole ship down.
100%.
And then at that point, it's like, all right, then Sony completely takes over Bungie, and then they have to decide what they're going to do with it.
It would literally have to be a Concord level flop. The game could come out, and if it's not fully baked, then there's two paths, right? You have the worst possible outcome, which is like, you know, Concord, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, right? Where the road to recovery is so long and so winding that it just, there's no time. There's no time. You have to cut and run. Or there's others like where games improve over time. Think about the launch of D1 or the launch of D2 compared to what it grew into. For Bungie to be in trouble, Marathon would have to be a colossal failure.
If Marathon comes out and it has okay success, pretty good success, but not like anything crazy, then
Which I think that is probably the most likely scenario. I think it'll put up good numbers. I don't think it'll be like blowing the fuck up like crazy, like 200,000 viewers on Twitch every week for the first year. I don't think it'll be like that. But I don't. It would have to be really bad in order to flop super hard.
There could be a world where Destiny and Marathon, they exist. They coexist together.
100%.
There is a third thing that could happen. Marathon could come out, and if it hits, which I don't think will happen, but who knows? If it hits like Fortnite levels of success, everyone is talking about it, everyone is playing it.
That would be really awesome. I don't foresee that happening, but that would be crazy.
I don't understand why these companies keep making extractor shooters. No one wants them. I don't know the numbers behind it, but obviously they must be good.
One of the problems I have with Marathon that I'm hoping Bungie will fix is that I'm not traditionally big into the extraction shooter genre. Nothing has really super pulled me in, chat. I played Exoborn with Walla and Cross. That was pretty fun. I tried Tarkov, hated it. Too ultra realistic. I wasn't a fan of the Tarkov. If anyone can make me care about it and make a game where it's like fun and the movement is good and the gunplay is good, Bungie could be that company, right? It could be that company for me.
I like Hunt Showdown a lot. Hunt Showdown.
I've only heard good things about that game. Maybe sometime between now and September when Marathon fully comes out, maybe I should finally try Hunt Showdown because people talk about that game every now and then. One of my mods in chat, Lely, she really loves that game. Apparently that's like an example of an extraction shooter done right. I should probably check that out. I have no idea what that game is about though.
Delta Force has around 82,000 players.
I did not like that game.
Pretty nice. I like Delta.
I did not like Delta.
I don't think the AI is good though. Too slow for me personally. If you mean extraction shooters are too slow for me, this is how extraction shooters typically work is you may have moments of downtime, but then when shit hits the fan, it hits the fan in a colossal way. You
know what's interesting is that we've now seen footage. We've seen the gameplay reveal of Marathon. We've seen the size of the map and all that stuff. I agree that a lot of extraction shooters I've played are very slow. But with the map we saw, that marsh map, it looked to be like a pretty good size, meaning that it was a little bit smaller than what I would expect. So maybe it's the case with Marathon that the maps are sized in such a way where there's going to be less downtime, less sitting around and chilling in a bush like you do in Tarkov, and like more, you're going to run into other teams more frequently. There's going to be that fast combat that I kind of crave and yearn for.
I feel like Destiny still has a lot of room to continue going and growing.
I agree with that statement. I think that there's like for people who are worried that Bungie or that Destiny wouldn't be able to thrive due to the existence of Marathon. I mean, it could go either way, right? I mean, look at it this way. Marathon has been in development for years, and yet we still got the final shape, which in my opinion, you can disagree with me. I think that the final shape was a fantastic expansion. I thought it was awesome. I loved everything about it. I loved the story and the conclusion of the saga. And I loved Prismatic and the new exotics we got and the new everything. I thought it was phenomenal. I loved Final Shape, loved it. And we got that even though, you know, whatever percentage of Bungie was off working on Marathon. So there's still definitely the potential for D2 to flourish, even though Marathon exists. Now, it could also be the opposite could also be true, right? I mean, Lightfall was a goddamn tragedy, right? And that also happened while Marathon was being worked on. So either could be true, but I think that there's definitely more room for growth. There's more potential for D2 to continue on. I don't think that Marathon is just going to like put a bullet in the head of Destiny. I think that's kind of silly.
The thing that's probably saving Destiny right now is Bungie knows how to tell a good story when it comes to the Hive. They nail it on the Hive stuff. Vex,
that
not
they
so
do.
much. Fallen, not so much.
The Hive stuff
Hive
is the
stuff
best,
pretty
yeah.
damn good. Question is,
Hive stuff,
if the
pretty good.
9 are going to be the focus going forward, will Bungie be able to tell a good story about the 9? You know?
Maybe.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right. Interesting video. I'm just going to wait and see. I hope they can pull it off. I want to live in a world where there's multiple games under the Bungie umbrella that all do well. I guess we'll wait and see.